What's going on, YouTubers? It is your boy, Dalyxman, and this is, of course, Dalyxman's Q&A Corner. Every Wednesday, I will be answering your questions in under 15 minutes. If you want me to answer your question, please leave it down at my Ask FM page. Well, not down, but go to my Ask FM page and put it on that page. And if you're lucky, I will get to your question and it will be answered in one of my videos. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going to answer everyone's questions in 15 minutes. I know I say that in all my videos, but I have to reiterate that because some fans are upset that I don't answer their questions. And I want them to know it's nothing personal, okay? Let's go ahead and get started. Do you think the Bayley versus Charlotte match at TakeOver 2 will be as good as the last one? Now, I'm assuming TakeOver 2 is the next NXT pay-per-view. I haven't seen the last Bayley versus Charlotte match. I'm assuming it was good, and by that assumption, I'm also going to assume that their next match will be just as good, if not better. So, yes. Who would you book Damien Sandow a feud with so that he can be taken seriously? Oh, that's a real good question. Who can I book to regenerate Damien Sandow's career? First off, I think it would have to be someone that's a main event player. It would have to be. Not Cena. Cena is the last person I want any of these new talents to face. Can't be Orton. Because first off, Orton's a heel. And I'm not turning Damien Sandow face. He's too good of a heel to be a face. Man, that's a good question. The more I think about it, there has to be someone. Maybe Jericho? Maybe Jericho. Not quite sure. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Yeah, get back to me on that. Chris Jericho for now, just to answer your question. But someone who's a face and has a really good status. Not Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan really, well, Bryan could actually help him. Because Bryan was an excellent enhancement talent back in the day. So Bryan or Jericho. For now, you know. Should Sami Zayn get a rocket push upon coming to the main roster? I almost want to say yes, but that's out of bias because I love Sami Zayn, aka El Generico. Really good worker. If he did get a rocket push, I wouldn't complain. Quite frankly, I would personally just bring him up to be a regular wrestler and then push him naturally as the crowd gets into him. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't give him a straight shoot to the main event, if that's what you're asking. In that case, no. I'm going to wait until the crowd is receptive of him first, and then push him to the moon. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Last great Royal Rumble. The last great Royal Rumble. I'm assuming 4-star, 5-star, around that range. I don't know. I thought 2010 was good. 2011 to 2014 was crappy. I'm not even gonna talk about those. 2009, kind of forgettable. I think Orton won that one. 2008 was 2007 was actually okay, but the last part with Shawn Michaels and Taker was really good. I guess the last good one, the great one, I mean, not good, you went great, would have to be 2004. 2004 is one of my favorites for numerous reasons. Because of who won it, and, you know, the return of Mick Foley, and it was just a great, star-powered Royal Rumble. If not that one, 2003, and then 2000. The more I think about it, every Rumble from 1998 to 2004 was great. I mean, seriously, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003 is my favorite. Well, no, because 1998 was pretty good. Well, 98 and 2003 were my favorites of that bunch. But I guess the last great one had to have been 2004. So there you go. Thoughts on Edge versus Dolph Ziggler at Royal Rumble 2001? I don't remember that match all that much, but I remember liking it a lot. And the more I think about it, yeah, actually, you know what? I do remember the match, and it was great. It was a fantastic match. The match that made me believe Ziggler was ready for the main event scene. You can't have that awesome of a match with Edge and not be ready for the main event scene. So, if I had to label that match, it was Ziggler's highlight match. The match that made everyone believe this guy's ready. So there you go. Should Jake the Snake Roberts have been WWE Champion at least once? Man, let me tell you something about Jake the Snake Roberts. When anybody has to name the best wrestler that never became World Champion, he most likely is the one people go to. It's either him or Roddy Piper. Or, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. One of those three. Now, Ricky did become a World Champion in WCW, but we're talking WWE Champion. Those three usually come up. And Jake was one of those guys that can deliver a promo without yelling in an age where you had the "Let me tell you something, brother," and the Ultimate Warrior, the Ultimate, and all those type of promo cutters. Jake the Snake Roberts was the type of guy. I'm gonna kick your ass, and I'm gonna kick it hard. He didn't yell. He whispered it, and it was awesome. And then he would go out there and have a great match. And psychology-wise, he was ahead of his time. So, if he was wrestling today, yes, definitely, give him the freaking belt. So, yes, I do believe he should have gotten it once. Am I mad that he never became World Champion? Not really. He's one of those talents that didn't need the belt. He was great without it. But if he had gotten it, he would have made it awesome. So there you go. Should Curtis Axel have a face run after separating from Ryback? No. As a matter of fact, I think it's the other way around. I think Ryback should have another face run after separating with Curtis Axel. I think Axel works best as a heel. Well, actually, he was a pretty good face on NXT. Don't quote me on that, but I would pick Ryback over Curtis Axel. I think now, since Ryback has gotten away from that Goldberg stigma, and, well, he still gets Goldberg chants, which is stupid, but he's gotten away from that Goldberg stigma, and now, if they were to give him a push as a face again, I can get behind it, because now, not only are they not giving him the rocket push, he would have to work his way back up, and I think naturally the crowd would get behind him. So yeah, if Ryback got another shot, definitely. Curtis Axel, not so much. I think he should stay a heel for now. Get back to me on that in the future, because who knows what could happen with WWE. Who has the better spear? Goldberg or Roman Reigns? Are you kidding me? Goldberg. His spear looked like it cut you in half. Reigns' spear is cool, but compared to Goldberg, no sir. Goldberg would kill Reigns. Hey, you want to challenge me? Let's go. Down below in the comment section. Goldberg all the way. Best of the Legend versus Legend Killer matches with Randy Orton. I will have to say Taker versus Orton at WrestleMania 21? Yeah, 21. And some of y'all are going, really? Come on, that's such a cheap answer. I know it might be a cheap answer, but let's be real here. What other Legend versus Legend Killer match tops that one? Exactly. So, that was my favorite. I could have said Kamala. I could have said... What other legends did he face? He faced a lot of other ones. I know Sergeant Slaughter and Mick Foley. Huh. Well, was he a legend back then? Man, in that case, I don't know, because I loved that Cactus Jack versus Randy Orton match. And that is kind of a Legend versus Legend Killer match. Oh, man, it's a toss-up now. I can't decide. I would have to flip a coin. For now, Taker and Orton, for now. That might change tomorrow, because Foley and Orton from Backlash 2004, great match. My thoughts on CM Punk versus Orton at WrestleMania 27. Believe it or not, I don't like that match. I kinda... How do I put this? It was a good match, don't get me wrong. But to me, I kinda fell flat on it knowing that Orton was going to win, and that Punk didn't stand a chance. Because in 2011, Orton was, if not Cena, he was the golden boy. Nobody beat Orton clean. It was ridiculous, and it was kind of like, oh my god. And in 2011, I hated Orton, and that was the main reason why. It was like WWE was obsessed with him, and everything he did was golden, and the commentators praised him, and he could do no wrong, and nobody could beat him, and he was the center of the universe. People had to be scared of him and stuff like that. It was, the overbooking was out of control with Randy Orton. And during that time, especially during his feud with CM Punk, I hated everything he did. And my own bias for Randy Orton and the way he was booked made me not like this match, if that makes sense. So there you go. Your thoughts on Kofi Kingston dropping the Jamaican gimmick out of nowhere before Bragging Rights 2009? I just thought that was funny. Obviously they did that so they can push him, but then they sent him right back down to the mid-cards, which was kind of crazy. I have no idea how to receive that. But when he lost it, I wasn't like, oh my god, what happened to his gimmick? I was like, well, I guess he's speaking normal now. So that's my thoughts on that. Who do you see winning the world title first? I'm assuming the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, because Ziggler already won it. But in this case, the main title first, it would have to be Dean Ambrose. I'm sorry, Ziggler. As much as I love the guy, I think Dean Ambrose at this point in time has a better chance of getting that belt than Ziggler does. Now, my opinion may change again as time goes by, but right now, Ambrose for sure. Worst Hell in a Cell match. Oh my god, there's plenty of them. Which one was really bad? I thought Punk and Ryback in 2003 was bad. That was terrible. I thought Orton and Sheamus in 2010 was nothing special. I thought, well, Triple H and Brock Lesnar in 2003, that was a steel cage match. That wasn't, yeah, that was only steel cage. That wasn't Hell in a Cell. Whew. I'm gonna say Punk and Ryback. That one was pretty bad. I can't think of anyone that really stands out other than that one that I can name right now. Maybe it's because I blocked it out of my mind and that's why I don't remember it. So, as of right now, Punk and Ryback from 2013. Hey, if you want to say 2012, that one was just as bad. So, whatever one you want to say, there you go. And your thoughts on the Undertaker and DDP storyline from 2001. Man, let me tell you something. DDP coming to WWE, I thought was one of WWE's highly missed opportunities. Because in WCW, DDP was over like a mofo. One of the most over talents and the best wrestlers that freaking WCW had. And then they brought him in, had him stalk Taker's wife, who was Sarah at the time. And after it was revealed that he was the guy, they didn't do anything with it. Which to me was stupid. All that build-up, all that storyline progression of Taker hunting people down, beating them up, for them being involved with the storyline. When DDP was the guy, I was excited. I'm thinking, oh my god, DDP versus The Undertaker. Didn't go anywhere. At all. And DDP didn't stay that long anyway, so. Yeah, I was highly disappointed in that feud. And DDP is one of those talents I think the WWE dropped the ball on. Big time. Big time. And I get it. I know in WCW he was the People's Champion and you have your own People's Champion, The Rock. But still, come on now. We could have gotten DDP versus The Rock. We never got that match. Wait, did we? No, we never got that match. Seriously, they dropped the ball on DDP. Seriously. Other than that, guys, that is going to conclude this week's Q&A. Peace out.